What's up, cultivators? We are here for another episode of CCGO with another business, with another small business before they make it big. How you doing today, Jessica? Tell us about yourself.
I love that. I'm good. How about you?
So far, so good. So tell us the story about your business and what you do.
Okay, so I actually own two businesses. I'm a postpartum doula. Providing services to families, mommies in need during that fourth trimester when they have the baby. I do offer birthing services where I'm there where I'm there at the births and before the births, but mostly postpartum work. And then I also have a business with my husband called Hutricity, where we make toothpaste and mouthwash, all natural toothpaste and mouthwash.
That's absolutely amazing. And when you show up in person as a member to the postpartum, is that hands-on or?
Absolutely. So it depends on the family, what they want. But it can be. So I'm assisting with like the baby, if mom and dad want to just take a nap or take a shower, I assist with, caring for the baby. If mom just wants to vent and we're just having a cry session, like I'm there for mom. If she needs assistance with like whatever, help to the bathroom. She had a C-section. So she's, needing assistance with, whatever the case is. But yeah, it can definitely be hands-on.
That's amazing. As a male, I'm not very studied up on how this works. So can you break it down a little bit? Because I didn't even realize that maybe mom might need some time to sleep.
But even dad, and that's where I come in at. I think sometimes, as of recent, I feel like it's been getting better with acknowledging dad, But yeah, no, that's what my job is, to come in and assist with maybe their siblings that, need to just be hung out with, for a bit. Or dad's like, yeah, I'm tired too. So, all right, bet. Y'all go take a nap. Or, whatever. But yeah, no, that's definitely where I come in.
Amazing. Yeah. How long does that last? How long is that period for?
It depends. It could last... I don't want to say for however long, but it could last 6 weeks, the typical 6 weeks, or whenever, the family and I just want to go ahead and part ways business a little bit. You
almost become family at that point a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. I like to call my members, I prefer to them as like my tribe, and then too, Houston is so huge. And, sometimes it's a matter of like, the client's not being from here, so it's like, I don't got no family out here already. All right, bet. Come on. This is a community thing, I know moms, I know, like, come on. It's tribe out here. So,
Heck yeah. Community, tribe. It's all about cultivating your community, right?
There we go. Mm-hmm. There we go. But so I'm a postpartum doula. And what a doula is they are, and there's been men who've, who've been felt the call and, our doulas as well. But a doula is a person who is assisting the birth or postpartum or the passing, because there are death doulas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we pretty much assist. We're non-medicated. We don't provide, we're not doctors. We're not the midwives. We just are there to support the mom and advocate or provide, or not provide, remind them, advocate in a sense. So
real quick, can you highlight the difference between a midwife and a doula?
Yes, sir. So a midwife, they're the professional. They are the they're the professional. They're the ones who are able to birth the kids and it not be like a legal problem.
I see.
Yeah. Whereas doulas, we're just there like emotional support, checking in with mom, providing mom with resources on like what can happen, effects after C-section, or providing resources of, okay, these are pediatricians that you could look into. These are massage therapists you can look into, chiropractors that you can look into. And, just providing information, resources, and being emotional. We're like the therapist, the plug, if you will. It's a whole bunch of hats that we doulas wear.
That's amazing, because you really enable your tribe by being there as a doula.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little backstory on how you even ended up being a doula?
Yes, I love that question. So I actually, 2016, found out I was pregnant. And I don't know, I mean, just living out here, because I'm not originally from out here, living out here, I was a lot of time on my hands. When I found out I was pregnant, I knew that I wanted to have a non-medicated birth. Coming from a big family, my mom was like, I just pushed all out. No medication. So I was like, my mom could do it, I could do it. Savage. 5 girls. Baby, that lady, whew. So I knew I wanted to do things natural, but I didn't know a whole lot about that world. And so I started doing research, found out about water births and, having home births. Home births weren't really a big thing at that time, but, these are all the things that I started to research and learn about. Then I learned about doulas and difference between a doula and a midwife. And fast forward 2017, when I was close to having my baby, I was at a birthing center. I switched services. I remember when I was actually going to my visits, the OBGYN at the time was like, we're going to have this baby, cool. And I was like, all right, well, I've been researching about water births. I would like to do that. Do you provide that service? And he was like, no, ma'am, if you have a water birth, you're going to die. And me, I'm like, this is my first baby. I'm 21. I don't got no family, but like, what? And there was a part of me that was like, no, you want to have this water birth, you're going to have this water birth. So I started doing more research, found out about the birthing center here in Houston, and they provided a doula on staff. And so that's when I was just like, who are you? And I love your energy and all this information you're giving me. And like, I feel so empowered. I love what you do. After I had my little one, I remember we were chopping it up. Joanna, she's amazing. She was like, yeah, how you feeling? Whatever, checking in. And then I was like, what do you like? So like, sign me up because you're a doula. That's where I need to be. And she was like, you have like the perfect personality for it. So she was like, you can go to trainings or you could just educate yourself. Like there are a lot of doulas out here who just like research. And then of course, lean into their community with like, hey, I'm a doula now. Is it okay if I, come out to your birth? Anyway, so that's how that came about.
That's absolutely amazing. So talk to me. What is the heart and name of your brand?
So my doula, my business name is Hula Aura. And Hula Aura, at first it was just Hula, which is a spinoff on the word doula. But also because I'm a melanated woman, and hue meaning just that, I just kind of collaborated the two. Hue and then doula, but I like the little fancy H. So I had it Hula and then Aura. So it's actually funny. Aura was added because I decided to, step out and just put it out there for the world, make the Instagram account. And Instagram was like, nah, man, you can't, Hula cannot be.
Don't tell me Instagram did you dirty.
Instagram was like, no, man. So I was like, all right, I got to figure out another word that like goes, and then Aura. I don't even know how I got Aura, but it came about. And Aura is just, we mingling. We're in the presence of each other.
The vibe.
Aura, yeah. It's a vibe. And, I'm really big on serving my community. I'm really big on serving other Black and brown women, other Indigenous women. And so, it just vibes. Hula Aura, I'm a doula. I'm a Black doula serving Black families, Black women, brown women, Indigenous women. And it's a vibe, Hula Aura.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
So with a whole bunch of, I forgot how to pronounce it for a second.
It's all good, doula.
Doula.
I got you.
So with all the doulas out there,
yeah,
what makes you stand out versus the competition or the other tribes out there?
Right. So I'm big on, that's an impactful question. Okay, so I like to refer to myself as your favorite doula that you can kiki with. I know that, everybody got their own thing, but I'm going to make sure that I provide you with the resources. And even if I don't know, I'm gonna let you know, like, this is what it is. This is, but I got you. I can, let you know what it is I find. But I just refer to that. I'm your favorite doula that you can kiki with. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna vibe, and I'm gonna make sure that, like, you're good. I'm gonna make sure that I'm checking in on you, and that you feel like you're a part of my family, because now you don't just get me. You're gonna get my little ones. You're gonna get my husband's cooking. You're gonna get my husband's support. Like, and then it's, if you got little ones, if you're married, like, it's a family. You're gonna get that whole, like, you're not just getting me. You're getting my family too.
And the tribe. Come on now.
That part. So, this is one of the things that I offer outside of what, the typical doula would. That's
absolutely amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about how you've impacted your tribe?
Oh, man. So immediately the first thing that comes to mind is my brunch. I decided to start having these brunches for other birth workers, doulas, and lactation consultants. Birth workers meaning like lactation consultants, other doulas, whether they're death doula, postpartum doula, birth doula, just anybody in that field. I started throwing these brunches with the intention of building community, and allowing mommies to come, families to come, and just vibe out, and I feel like that is definitely one way that I've made a good impact. Wow. And put my little, my little stamp.
Imagine an event with family, kids, and it's about family and kids?
Yes. So this one that I'm planning in March, actually, my first one was more just catered to the birth workers, just to come and kind of vibe out. It was my first one. It was small. But this one is bigger, and I'm extending it to families. So dads can come out and they get loved. The moms come out, of course, I got y'all because we here. The birth workers as well, who maybe aren't mommies, but, are birth mommies or, birth doula mommies. They come out, get love, and the kids are going to be able to come out. I really want for this one to have that, because I'm a mom. My family always with me. So I want for this one for people to be able to come out, have a good time, bring your family, and get some bomb food.
Heck yeah. Oh, what type of food? So March, it's coming up soon. What type of food we expecting at the event?
Yes. So my husband's a chef. And it's going to be brunch foods. I know we're doing chicken and waffles with his little spin. There's a few other items that he's going to be doing, but I know for sure fruit, chicken and waffles.
That's amazing.
And mimosas.
Ooh.
And mimosas. It's birth workers, mommies, and mimosas, March 30th. Yeah.
Heck yeah. So I noticed you keep mentioning dads.
Yeah.
So what's happening in the world of doulas and dads?
In my experience, let me just say. And then too, just what I've seen. So my experience, what I've seen. Dads haven't been really getting, the love that I feel like they should be getting. And I realized that, with having our kids, and my best friend at the time, she was my doula, with my second baby. And she was always like, okay, and Zulu, how are you? And he'd be like, well, I'm good. But we're talking about her. And she'd be like, no, I already covered her. Already talked to her. How are you doing? And I think that that's important because I feel like they get lost in the sauce, Granted, it is an important time. It's a very transitional period for the mom, but it's also a trans period for the dad too, Big time. You're pregnant, so for the women, we get to feel the baby kicking. We get to feel our bodies changing and us seeing the babies. And dads are like, they get lost in the sauce because I don't feel the baby kicking. I mean, I can if I'm talking to them, but, my body's not, all these different things. So it's like, I'm just here. And I realize that that's, I don't want to say problematic, but it is. Dads need love too. They need to be checked on too. Postpartum for dad is a real thing too, And
then also got to deal with mom changing herself.
That part,
the attitudes
that
and
part. And then if you got kids, so it's like, for me personally, it's like, being that I am married and, and saw, even with my dad, 5 girls, That's a lot of kids. And it's just you. Like, you're the only guy here. I ain't got no boys. You know, just seeing how that changed him. And then with my younger siblings, seeing how that changed him. And then fast forward being married and seeing how that changed my husband from being a bachelor to, you know, being with me to one kid to, you know, so it's, I'm just big on just loving on the dads too, you know?
That's amazing.
Supporting the dads too. How are you mentally? Because again, postpartum is a real thing for dads too. So,
wow. Yeah. So how long have you been into the game, and what was the hardest hurdle you had to work through or fight?
So I feel like I've been in the game for a long time, even before I knew what a doula was. Because mind you, my mom had 5 of us. I have 3 younger siblings. So being there to support her during her postpartum, you know, was a real big thing for me. Even when she was pregnant, like, Mom, did you eat? You know, just little stuff as a kid I was doing. But then I also come from a big family. So my dad being the second oldest of 19 kids and counting, because my grandparents, they still be adopting these kids. Being the oldest, one of the older cousins, seeing so many cousins, you know, checking in on my aunts and uncles to see how they were doing. You about to have another kid? Are you excited? Like, you know, just little stuff as a kid that I was doing. And I realized that, you know, when I got older and had my oldest child, like, I've been a doula, you know, since I was a little pup, you know, a little wet behind the ears. Like, I've always been a doula. It wasn't until I had my oldest that I discovered, oh, dang, this is a profession. That is dope. So yeah, I feel like I've always been a doula. I feel like my hardest hurdle, you asked, is walking into that confidently. You know, it's not easy being an entrepreneur. And if anybody says it's easy, goddamn lie.
Probably not doing it.
It's not easy. And to come from a big family of people who work 9 to 5s, to be like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur and I'm not going to go to, you know, a college because it's not something that's offered, you know, to learn the profession that I want to do. And with both businesses has been the hardest hurdle for me because granted, it's something I love to do, but if you're constantly having people like, if you're not surrounded by the right people that are constantly like, are you sure you want to? Well, maybe if you just get like a little gig and then do that on the side, then, you know, you'll be good. And it's like you get lost in the sauce because what? I'm already a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a mama too. And I'm a wife. And now you're suggesting that I stop doing what I want to do because it's not bringing in. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. So I feel like for me, let me say that, because we're not putting that in 2024. That was the hardest hurdle. And getting encouraged, man. In this theme, courage is my biggest thing. And so just in a nutshell, to answer your question, stepping into what it is I love to do, that has definitely been my hardest hurdle, but we getting out of that.
Heck yeah, 2024, baby.
Period.
So can you give us a little tip for dads real quick? What is something you wish dads knew?
That you were loved, man. That you were loved. You were loved. You were loved. You were loved. You were seen. And ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. I know it's a big, I don't want to say ego thing. What is it, like masculine testosterone?
I mean, we always got it. We're always holding it down type thing. Yeah,
and you know what? That's what it is. It's because I'm the man. I gotta hold it down. I gotta keep. I think that's where it's like I can't ask for help because I'm supposed to. And it's okay to, you know, even if it don't gotta be, you know, it don't have to be a licensed therapist. It don't gotta be, even if it's just your homeboy, even if it's just your wife, or maybe not your wife, because you may not be like, you know, but even if it's just a homeboy you feel comfortable with, just being like, hey, I'm kind of drowning over here, you know? Ask for help. Ask for help. Just talk to somebody. But you are definitely loved. You are seen. And the ones that love you, they're going to be like, all right, what's up? What we need to do? We need to take a walk? Do we need to, Mrs., take the kids while we go, you know, go fishing or something, you know, just to kind of like, you know, get in nature and just woosah. But yeah, that would be my message.
And what about dads helping moms?
What do you mean?
The dads helping the mom while they're going through this. How can they better facilitate the situation besides having a doula?
9 times out of 10, dads know. They be like, something's not right. Well, let me say. Because mine, he know. No. Yeah, no, I feel like that's not a reach. I feel like 9 times out of 10, they do know.
Trust the instinct.
Yeah, they'll be like, she ain't been herself. In those instances, I would definitely suggest reaching out to, if they don't have a doula, reaching out to the doula. If they don't have a doula, reaching out to the care provider. If they don't have a care provider that they were really the most connected to, they probably should have got a different care provider. But just reaching out to somebody that could be of assistance to, check in with the mom. Because sometimes it is, if mom isn't right, it could be postpartum depression and she don't know it. So it's like, if dads are noticing something different with mom, to definitely reach out to, those in your community, those in your tribe.
That's amazing. So 2024 is here.
Yes.
It's not around the corner. So what's the goals and plan for 2024?
2024. So March, of course, my brunch, but really hit the pavement with this doula work, getting more confident in that and pushing that. But yeah, with that, my doula stuff, just really hitting the pavement with that. And then, of course, with our mouthwash and toothpaste. Baby, I got them lined up, okay? 2024 in these vendor events. Pushing our product more, just being confident, Going back to that question, that's been my hardest hurdle. So yeah, getting over that and just...
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure there's going to be a whole ton of people that want to reach out, get your services, tap into the mouthwash and the doula services. Where can they find you? Tap in and kick it with the best of doula. Hey,
let's get it. Kick it with your favorite doula. So I am on Instagram. My doula page is Hula Aura. That's HUELAHORAH. Hula Aura. You can find me on there. And our business Instagram with our all natural toothpaste and mouthwash. It's Hutricity, HUETRICTY on Instagram as well. And yeah.
That's what's up. All right, cultivators. Thank you for tapping in, and we'll catch you with another small business. We out.